Welcome to Confetti Crochet. In this episode, we're going to be making glow-in-the-dark ghost bun huggers. For this project, you're going to need Lion Brand DIY glow yarn. You're going to need a 4.5mm hook. You will need 2 1-inch hair ties, a stitch marker, sewing needle, scissors, a small amount of black felt, and then a hot glue gun. Or if you want to skip the hot glue gun and the felt, you can just embroider the eyes and the mouth. To start the project, we're going to make a magic circle. I like to do a double magic circle, which means I wrap the yarn around my fingers 3 times. You're going to stick the hook underneath the first 2 loops, pull the 3rd one back, scoop it like it's ice cream, and then chain 1 with the yarn. In the magic circle, we're going to do 8 half double crochet. Now to close the double magic circle, we're going to scooch the stitches as close to each other as possible. So just slide them down. Now we're going to pull the tail to see which one of the loops moves. Pull that loop the opposite direction to close that first loop, and then pull the tail to close the second loop. I like to put a stitch marker in the last stitch of the row. For round 2, we're going to do a half double crochet increase in each stitch around. So that's 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. We'll put a half double crochet increase into that last stitch that's marked with the stitch marker. Okay, I like to move the stitch marker again to the last stitch of that round. For row 3, we're going to do a half double crochet, then a half double crochet increase. So 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, 2 half double crochet in the second stitch. And we'll end with 2 half double crochet in the stitch with the stitch marker. At this point, if it's not wide enough, you can repeat this pattern for increasing and make it a little bit wider, but I'm going to stop right here and move on to the sides, which means we're just going to do a half double crochet in each stitch around for the next 3 rows. And we'll finish with 1 half double crochet in the last stitch that's marked with the stitch marker. Again, this is customizable. If you need to make it longer, you could add more rows here. And I'm going to move the stitch marker to the last stitch of the row. For row 7, we're going to do single crochets around, but we're also going to crochet over the hair tie. So you go in through the stitch just like normal, and then go through the hair tie as well. And then complete your single crochet. Go through the stitches just like normal, and go through the hair tie as well, and complete your single crochet. Go through the stitches, go through the hair tie, complete your single crochet. And we're going to do this all the way around. Once the hair tie gets a little tight, just pull it out to give you some slack and then complete the last few stitches. And put one last single crochet in the stitch with the stitch marker. Okay, I'm not going to use a stitch marker for the last row, but you could. And we can see that it gathers really nice, and that's what's going to keep the bun hugger situated on your hair. Okay, for the last row, we're going to chain 2. So in the front loop only, there's one double crochet, and then another double crochet. In the next stitch, front loop only, there's one double crochet and another double crochet. This is going to give the brim a nice wavy look. Sorry, we're going to finish with 2 double crochet in that last stitch. And then we're going to slip stitch to the first double crochet of that row. And it gives you a nice wavy little brim. Now we're going to chain 2 and fasten off. Super cute. Okay, now we're going to weave in the ends. I like to go through the stitches and down the back side. Back and forth just a little bit. And then I like to go underneath the hair tie. Under a couple more stitches. And for the tail, since it was double secured, or it doesn't need to be woven in, but I still will go under a couple stitches. have a very cute little ghost. Okay, once you make the second ghost, now you're going to cut out eyes and mouth for each of them with felt. Okay, check to make sure the hot glue gun's ready, and we can get started. So the safest way I've figured out to do this is to use a silicone thimble. Put on the inside so when I put the hot glue gun or the hot glue onto the yarn, it'll not burn my finger. Okay, I'm going to test where I want the eyes and the mouth. I'd like the mouth to be a little bit more round, so I'm going to trim it real quick. All right, that's a little bit better. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my finger with the silicone inside, put a little dab of glue where I want my eyeball to be, and then I'm just going to gently press it down. Okay, looks good. Let's do the next one. Put a little dot of glue where I want the eyeball to be. Put the eye on top and gently tap it down. Right, now I want the mouth a little down, and in the middle, put a little dot of glue. And then gently tap down the mouth. Okay, looks super cute. Okay, let's do the same to the other. Okay, there we have it. 2 finished ghosts.